Hello and hello. Welcome back to the Undisputed Champ YouTube boxing channel. If you like the videos I've already put out, make sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and most importantly, share the video with anyone that you think will be interested. Share. Let's get into the topic of today, talking about AJ versus Daniel Dubois. Actually, before I fully start talking about that, let me know in the comment section if you like this new style of video where I'm just sort of walking and talking. If you like it, let me know. I can continue doing more of them. If you don't like it, I'm happy to go back to the way I was doing videos before. So I'd like to hear a bit of your feedback on that. But yeah, to the topic at hand, AJ versus Dubois, the two big British heavyweights. The two big black British heavyweights going at it. This is potentially going to be for a world title if Usyk gets stripped of the IBF, and if not, it will be for the interim IBF title and de facto mandatory spot for whoever wins the Fury Usyk rematch. I think it's a very intriguing fight, and it's interesting how it's come around because when AJ was first turning pro, he actually got a bigger bid from Frank Warren. I think Frank Warren came with the biggest bid, the biggest money up front to sign AJ. But AJ went with Matchroom, which was obviously the smart choice in hindsight. And AJ was looking at who was the promoter of the future. Frank Warren was sort of looking like the promoter of the past. And Eddie was looking like the promoter of the future. And it was a great decision by AJ. He's gone on to make hundreds of millions with Matchroom. And Frank, who most would have thought would have fallen away by now, he managed to regroup, managed to put himself back together, and he got a heavyweight like Dubois. I think it was a good match for both of them. Dubois didn't want to be the second fiddle to AJ at Matchroom, and Frank needed a heavyweight who, in a way, was just an AJ sort of prototype, big black heavyweight that can box. And he got that in Dubois, and Frank's been building him up. There's been some setbacks along the way. The loss to Joe Joyce was a big one. The loss to Usyk at world title level, not as big as a setback, but still a setback. But now Dubois here. He's ready to fight AJ, I think. He's coming off two great wins, actually. One over Jarrell Miller, who was supposed to be an AJ opponent. And then the next one off Filip Hrgovic, again, which was supposed to be a future AJ opponent. So Daniel's proved his worth. He's proved that it's his time to fight for the world, for not even the world title, it's his time to fight AJ and try and take that glitz and glam off AJ and put it onto himself. And it's his time to be reckoned with. I'm impressed with what Daniel Dubois has done because I was kind of off the Daniel Dubois train. I thought after that loss to Joy Joyce, I always thought it was going to be a long, hard road back, and it has been. But he's here now. With AJ is, I think he's back in good form. He's coming off two knockout victories, sorry. And then what a devastating knockout of Francis Ngannou. Again, I thought he was always going to knock out Francis in that fashion. I thought it was going to be early, and he proved me right there. But yeah, AJ's in good form and Dubois is in good form. It's looking like this fight's going to be in London, and if I can, I might even try and reach that one because I think this has the ingredients for fireworks. It's either going to be AJ goes in there. The thing is, AJ's not going to really be able to outbox Dubois like that. Dubois can box. He's been fighting from a very young age. He's actually probably got more experience in boxing than AJ. Dubois has been in fighting since 9 years old. He's been bred to be a fighter. His dad picked him and bred him and said, you're going to be a boxer, whether you like it or not. And the whole of Dubois' family is boxers. His brothers, his sisters, his sister's going to the Olympics. His brothers are boxers. He comes from a fighting family. AJ picked up boxing at 18, 19, very, very late in the sport. He's obviously got exceptional talent, and that's how he's been able to go so far and become a world champion, holding multiple belts. But he picked up the sport late, and people will be surprised that I actually think that Dubois is probably the better boxer. But Dubois' defense is just not good enough. Even in the Hrgovic fight, eating right hands. If those are AJ right hands, it's going to be a very long day for Dubois. Dubois is not going to make it to round 4 or 5 eating those right hands there because AJ's got a devastating right hand. Probably the best straight right in the division right now since Deontay Wilder sort of finished and washed. So I think Dubois knows he can't stand in front of those right hands, so he's going to have to make some big adjustments when it comes to head movement, big adjustments when it comes to moving at the waist. But where Daniel Dubois again has edges, he's the better boxer. I feel like he's got the better stamina. I think his stamina is very good, and he's got youth. People underestimate youth. AJ's over 30 now. I think he's 32. Dubois is 26. Youth does a lot. Youth, you're able to recuperate quicker when you're younger. You're a bit more spry. Youth is a very underestimated attribute, but it's very, very important. And people sleep on youth. That youth factor. It's a fight AJ will be favourite, and it's a fight AJ should expect to win. But it's not going to be easy, 100%. And if Dubois comes in with confidence, that's all Dubois has really needed in his career. It's just to believe in himself. In the last two fights, he's really believed in himself, and he's come out with a victory. I think if he believes in himself in this fight, I think he's onto something here. It's going to be a rough night for AJ. Even if you look at their common opponents, someone like Usyk, Dubois hurt Usyk badly, and Dubois was competitive with Usyk for a while until he eventually got stopped. But if you could even say Dubois probably might have put up a better fight in the rounds that he was in the ring with Usyk than AJ did. So, look, this is going to be a tough fight for AJ. It's going to be a tough fight. I'm leaning towards AJ at the moment. Pick obviously can change into the lead up to the fight. I'm leaning towards AJ, but yeah, this is going to be a tough fight. Obviously, nothing signed as of yet, but I think Dubois is the front runner for the fight, and I'll be surprised if it moves off Dubois. It would have to be Dubois picks up an injury or something like that. But apparently, Dubois signed his side to the contract. They're just waiting for AJ to wrap up his bits, dot his I's, cross his T's, make sure his money's correct, and then we have a fight. So yeah, let me know who you guys will be picking. And yeah, peace.